Hi there, and welcome to Mission 3, Lesson 9. Our student objective for this lesson is to multiply 3 and 4 digit numbers by 1 digit numbers applying the standard algorithm. So, basically what this means is we are going to learn the standard algorithm and use the standard algorithm for multiplying a 3 or 4 digit number by a 1 digit number. So, standard algorithm, in other words, is like the old-fashioned way. When you hear that term, standard algorithm, old-fashioned way, the way your parents probably were taught to do it and know how to do it. So we're going to take a look at that today. Okay, let's take a look at this problem here. 313 times 4. 313 times 4. So we have a 3-digit multiplied by a 1-digit number. Okay, if we're going to do standard algorithm, this old-fashioned way, here's how it works. I'm going to multiply this 4 times every place value. And there's going to be some carrying that you'll see. And we're just going to work our way through it. So, again, the 4 is multiplied times every number. It'll be multiplied times the 3, then we'll multiply times the 1, and we'll multiply times the 300s. All right. So, I start with 4 times 3. I go 4 times 3. Because I'm starting with my ones. And I ask myself, well, what's 4 times 3? 4 times 3 is 12. So I put the 2 right here. But it was 12, right? I do not write the 1. I don't put 12 right here. I do not do that. I have to carry the 1 over to the next place value. So I'm going to carry that 1 right down here. And I'll show you why I'm putting it down there in a second here. So next I do, so I've done 4 times 3, and now I'm going to do 4 times 1. Well, 4 times 1 is 4. However, I carried that 1. So I did 4 times 1, which is 4, and now that number I carried, that 1, I have to add it back on. I have to add it back on. So then I just say, well, so I go over here and then down. 4 times 1 is 4, plus that 1 I carried. 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay. Then I do the same thing. I take this 4, and now I just go to the hundreds place. I do 4 times 3. And 4 times 3, again, is 12. Now, in this case, I have another 2-digit number. Do I need to carry the 1 here? No, I don't have to carry the 1 here because there's no other digit. Now, if it was in the thousands place, yeah, then I would carry again. But I don't need to do that here. So I just go 4 times 3 is 12. And so in this case, since that was the last number right there, that was the last place value, I just write the 12 right there. Okay. And that's it. Put my comma here. And I say, well, what's the product of 313 times 4? It's 1,252. Okay. So we're going to take a look at another one here. Just kind of get in the hang of it. So in this case, we have 533 times 4. So again, I start. Remember, I'm going to multiply this 4 times every place value. I'm going to multiply it times the 1s, the 10s, and the 100s. But I'm going to start with, well, what's 4 times 3? 4 times 3, again, is 12. I put the 2 here. Now, again, it was 12. I have to carry the 1. So I'm just going to put the 1 down here. And again, the reason I'm putting the 1 down here as opposed to up top is so I can remember that I need to multiply and then I add. Okay, and so I don't forget about it. Because now I'm going to go 4 times 3, again in this tens place. Well, 4 times 3, like we just said, was 12. And then I add on that 1 that I had carried over. So 12 plus 1 is 13. And again, so in this case, I had 13. So I'm only going to write the 3 here. And then what do I have to do with that 1 of the 13? The 1 in the tens place? I have to carry it over. That's a horrible looking one. We can do better than that. Okay. So again, I just carried that one. So it's 13, 12 here. Okay. So I just carried that one. And now I'm just going to again multiply that 4 now times the 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. Right. And then I add that 1 that I had carried over. Plus it. It should be a plus. Sorry, it's sloppy. 4 times 5 is 20, plus the 1 is, well, what's 20 plus 1? It's 21. And then, is there anything else to multiply? No, there's not. So what does that tell me? I'm done. I just need to put a comma here. Okay, so the product of 533 times 4, the product of that is 2,132. So with the standard algorithm, there's benefits to it in the fact that if you get the hang of it, it's pretty quick to do. You take up less space, right? The downside of it is that you just have to remember you multiply and then carry. So within that multiplication, you might be multiplying and then adding if you're carrying over. So it's multiply, then multiply, add, right? Multiply, add. So you just have to get comfortable with those steps and just repeating them over and over. If you get comfortable with that, the standard algorithm is a good way to multiply, especially a 4 or 3-digit number by a 1-digit number. Okay, so you're going to be practicing that skill today in this lesson. And as always, when you get into it, make sure you're being meticulous about it. Make sure you are being precise with where you put your numbers and carry your numbers. And you should be okay. Good luck to you. And if you have questions, let me or your teacher know.